understand the difference between what's true and what's not true. I do.
And then Josh says, okay, I understand. Yes, I'm going to be honest in my answers. And right away, Josh has our attention.
Sir, do you know Corey Richards?
I do.
And why did you move to Utah?
To work with her, help her flip houses.
Josh is quiet. He has this southern accent. He's a redhead, like Eric.
He served in the military, including combat in Iraq.
Eric came from an affluent ranching family, and Josh was a man from South Carolina who was essentially couch surfing.
She took care of me, you know. I lived for free. She gave me money whenever I needed it. I just, you know, I liked her, so I worked for free.
His body is slouched. He fidgets.
Are you having fun yet?
During that time that you were romantically involved with Miss Richards, did you
American Broadcasting
Yes.
During that time,
Corporation.
did you feel
Company.
that she loved you?
American Broadcasting
So this, of course, gives
Company.
prosecutors more than just a financial
ABC.
incentive for Eric's death.
The prosecution introduced a series of text messages between Josh and Corey. They put them up on the screen for a painfully long period of quiet time, allowing everybody to read them.
They were sad. They were very corny at times. He said, you know, I tend to fall head over heels in love with someone. Corey seemed a little less authentic, like she was kind of leading him on.
I want to know everything about you. It's part of being in love.
There's something specific you want to know? I will be up all night wondering, babe.
The texts ranged from poetic confessions of love, it almost had like a middle school feeling about it.
I love you. I love talking to you, being with you. I don't have that in my marriage, and I really enjoy my relationship and love for you. But you're right. We both know this love triangle can't go on forever.
He looks so uncomfortable as the world reads his private text messages.
I love you. K, kind. O, outgoing. U, unique. R, romantic. I, inches away from signing her divorce papers and falling madly in love with her soulmate.
Too late. I have already fallen. Night.
There's this moment where he starts crying.
I'm watching this and wondering, what is the jury thinking right now?
When he couldn't talk about it, you could see in people's faces and their eyes, like, ugh. That was heartbreaking.
Josh presented himself as very sincere and genuine, sad, brokenhearted. It was kind of devastating to watch him on the stand.
The court, I think, was very patient with him.
You need a minute or two.
I don't know what I mean.
Let's just start with that. Why don't we take a pause for a moment.
The text between Josh and Corey evolved. Corey sort of suggesting to Josh her dream life, which would be to live with him in the guest home of the Midway Mansion and run a event center together and raise children together.
I have a crazy dream. I divorce and come up with millions and millions. We buy Midway and live in guest house and rent out the huge house as a big event center. $15,000 a day. Raise some kids, have a little farm. Deal?
You see all of these exchanges, and they contextualize what that relationship was.
And then Corey sends her boyfriend a plea in the form of a text, and that's less than 48 hours before Eric is found dead.
She texts roughly, hang in until Friday. Well, what was Friday? Friday was the day Eric Richards died.
Life is going to be different, I promise. Can I try Friday? Give me a few days. Hang in there until then, please.
The relationship between Josh and Corey just fizzled out. It was in the weeks after Eric passed away.
He testifies that he and Corey take a drive, they stop, and they sit in her car and talk.
Josh testified that Corey asked him a very important question, perhaps a very revealing question.
What sort did she ask?
She asked if I had ever killed anybody.
Was that specific to killed anybody while serving in Iraq?
Right.
Did you respond?
I did.
Did she ask a follow-up question?
Yes.
Sir, what was that follow-up question?
She asked me how it made me feel or something along those lines.
Grossman's dramatic and emotional testimony comes to a close, and then something utterly mind-blowing unfolds in the courtroom with the defense team as they are about to present their case.
Ms. Lewis, Ms. Nestor, what's the plan?
Ready to go.
Who's defense counsel's first witness?
Clear Schmidt.
Yeah.
We have a couple of options.
Understood.
The prosecution's case took 13 days, and the defense's case was expected to go 7 to 10 days.
Corey's defense attorneys are whispering to each other back and forth, and it seems like they're trying to decide who to call first. But that is not what we got.
Your Honor, actually at this time, the defense intends to arrest.
They said they were calling no one and also rested. It was an absolute shock.
I was very surprised that there was no defense.
So when the defense rested without presenting any witnesses, my mouth, I think, dropped open. There has to be another side of the story, and we can fill in the little holes. And then when they didn't call anyone, I was shocked.
Why would Corey Richards' defense rest without calling anyone? They may believe the prosecution didn't make out their case. That having any witness on the stand wouldn't make sense because they've already won their case.
Do you understand that you have the right to testify at trial?
Yes, I do.
Are you following your attorney's advice and waiving your right to testify at trial?
Yes, I am.
Prosecution and the defense have presented their closing arguments. Judge Mrazek instructs the jury, and courts dismiss. Then, on the same day that the trial ends, and just within a few hours, there's word from the court.
Okay, I just received some news that a verdict is in. No way.
If you feel overcome with emotion, just look.
9:48 p.m.
Have any outward reaction?
Eastern Standard Time.
I've never
My
let
home.
fear get in my way, then nothing's ever gonna keep me away from you.
I'm Nancy. I want weed.
I have an even bigger
2020
I
ABC
We will get
via the
people are trying to die in here.
antenna,
They have science projects.
the receiver, high def air.
They didn't have science.
just under 3 hours, the jury informs the court they've come to an agreement.
The court is informed that the jury has reached a verdict. Would you please hand the verdict form to the deputy? Ms. Richards, please stand. Count 1, aggravated murder. We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Corey Richins, is guilty of aggravated murder.
Corey Richins is found guilty on all counts.
The entire 3 hours was constant, robust, electrifying discussion. There were some people who were sort of on the fence with some of the elements. Like they felt that she was guilty, but maybe the state didn't meet the burden. And so we focused on what some of those issues were that gave them pause, and then we all discussed at length, and that helped us kind of come to the conclusion and help people jump off the fence. To convict a woman of murder was absolutely heartbreaking.
Corey's friend, Allie Staking, watched the verdict live online.
Guilty.
Eric was my friend too. I didn't choose Corey over Eric, but I've lost both of them. And she was somebody that meant a lot to me, and her family meant a lot to me, and they meant a lot to me. And it's the laws. Nobody wins in this.
After the verdict is read, Eric's family and friends gather outside of the courthouse and embrace each other.
Justice is served.
Yep.
4 years ago, our family lost the brightest light. Eric is deeply loved and missed every single day. We are grateful to everyone who has worked tirelessly to bring justice for Eric. Our focus is now on honoring Eric's life and supporting his boys as we all continue to heal. Thank you all for being here.
In a statement to ABC News, the Richins family wrote that the justice system has now fairly run its course, and we believe the jury's verdict was just and accurate. There is a hole in our family that cannot be filled, but now, at least we have definitive closure. Corey Richins will return to that courtroom to learn her sentence on May 13th, which is no ordinary day. That would have been Eric Richins' 44th birthday. She faces up to life in prison. And her legal troubles are far from over.
She's facing a whole other criminal indictment with multiple counts of mortgage fraud, money laundering, forgery, bad checks. These are serious allegations.
One of the real tragedies in this case is Eric and Corey's kids. Their father tragically passed away. Their mother's parental rights have been terminated. She has forever lost her children. Those children have been adopted by one of Eric's sisters.
There are 3 little boys at the heart of this.
Just love. They have a lot of love surrounding them. They're great boys, and they're gonna be fine.
He was an amazing father, brother, son, nephew, person, friend. He was an amazing person. The most contagious laugh out there.
ABC
I'll remember
News
Eric's
Live
I can hear it in my head. He needs to be remembered as just a
Live,
loving dad. He had so much more
Live,
to live,
it reads live.
and he wanted so much for his boys. I'm gonna remember just how much he loved them.
And that's our program for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Live.
I'm David Muir.
And I'm Deborah Roberts.
Live.
All of us here at 2020 and
Live.
ABC News. Good night.
Live.
Whenever, wherever news breaks, it's so important to always remember that lives are changed. Here in London, in Buffalo, Uvalde in Texas, Edinburgh, Scotland. Reporting from Rolling Fork, Mississippi, Ukrainian refugees here in Warsaw. We're heading to a small community outside of Mexico City. Getting you behind the stories as they happen. ABC
9:57 p.m. at my home, watching it on TV in my home, on my TV.
We'll take you straight to where news is happening.
My home.
You need to know all in under 10 minutes. Every day.
With my cell phone.
Paris, Egypt,
I'm
India,
recording
Ukraine,
right
Tokyo,
now.
Scotland,
I'm live.
Capitol Hill, on the red
I'm
carpet.
alive. I have a life. I'm live.
We'll take you
They're live. Right now. I'm live. They're live. I'm in my home. They're not. They're on my Roku TV. Live.
RJ Decker, I'm a private investigator. I'd like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday.
You here to offer me another job?
Maybe we dive in together and
Live.
connects.
Live. $9:57.
What happened to your eye?
9:58. 2 more minutes. 1 minute and so many seconds. Live. Live. I'm witnessing. Live. I'm a witness. It's live. I'm alive and living and live and watching and viewing and recording. The recording is at 18 minutes and 15 seconds.
How do you beat past somebody you don't?
What else do you need in your life?
Just more time.
9:58 p.m. Countdown. Well, on my mark, it will be 60 seconds or 1 minute.
That she did it.
She did it. And they're going to find
1 minute. We'll wait on my mark.
with her children about grief after her husband died. Now
On my mark.
her husband.
On my mark.
She was hiding a
On
dark
my
secret.
mark.
Is she the
On my
grieving
mark.
widow?
And then 1 minute of silence, Ronnie. Okay, I'll stop talking. Oh, Mark! Silent. I'm going silent. I'll let everybody else speak for themselves as to what they are doing live.
Now with Operation Epic Fury, Nightline's special coverage, War with Iran, every new day, every night, every breaking new detail, the reporting you need. America's #1 news, ABC News, now streaming 24/7 on Disney+.
I'm Morgan Norman in Dallas, Texas, covering the massive winter storm impacting more than half the country. Wherever the story is, we'll take you there. You're streaming ABC News Live.
War intensifies, with Iran reportedly attempting to strike an American base thousands of miles away. A major airline now canceling flights over soaring fuel prices, and President Trump threatening to send ICE agents to fix airport security delays.
9:59 p.m.
Iran entering a
New York City.
U.S. and Israeli forces battering multiple targets, including a nuclear site. Iran answering back, striking near one of Israel's nuclear facilities, and reportedly launching ballistic missiles toward a joint U.S.-UK base in the Indian Ocean. More U.S. Marines on their way to the region as 2 American soldiers killed in Kuwait are remembered back home in Iowa. Also tonight, the war sending fuel prices soaring. Gas averaging close to $4 a
10
gallon.
p.m.
Warnings against price gouging. And the
Carrying over the hour. The last 2 minutes.
Go up. The ongoing fallout of the partial government shutdown, security lines snaking through airports, delays lasting hours as more
Live.
TSA officers come
Right
out.
now.
Senators still at odds over funding for Homeland Security, and now President Trump threatening to send ICE agents to airports to straighten out the delays. Catastrophic flooding in Hawaii, the worst in decades. Rising waters lifting
Kingdom of Hawaii.
evacuated, hundreds rescued. The
On
government
the
activated
Pacific
National
Ocean.
Guard, plus the record heat in the west and wildfire dangers in the Rockies and Plains. Remembering Robert Mueller, who rebuilt the FBI after 9/11 and who later investigated President Trump and Russian interference in the 2016 election. The president reacting with harsh words, what he posted after learning of Mueller's death. The newly released video of Justin Timberlake showing the pop star stopped by police and the field sobriety test before being booked for that 2024 DWI. A record-breaking crowd as K-pop sensation BTS returns to the stage, and America Strong tonight, the dog nobody wanted, finds a home with the men and women in blue.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us on this Saturday. I'm Wade Johnson. We begin tonight with the war with Iran, now entering its fourth week. Iran reportedly firing 2 ballistic missiles at a remote military base shared by the U.S. and the U.K. more than 2,000 miles from Tehran, demonstrating a capability it had previously denied. Iran is claiming that one of its nuclear facilities was damaged by Israeli airstrikes, but there was no radiation leakage, and then swiftly striking back, hitting a southern Israeli neighborhood near a nuclear facility. Dozens injured, emergency workers combing through the wreckage. The Pentagon releasing this video of strikes destroying Iran's military vehicles and aircraft. Here in the U.S., a somber occasion in Iowa as funeral services are held for 2 Army reservists, Major Jeffrey O'Brien and Sergeant Declan Cody. ABC's Patrick Reevell leads us off tonight from Doha, Qatar.
Tonight, Iran and Israel targeting each other's nuclear facilities. An Iranian ballistic missile seen here smashing into a residential neighborhood in the southern city of Dimona, home to Israel's nuclear research center and linked with the country's undeclared atomic weapons program. The International Atomic Energy Agency saying it's received no reports of damage to the center, but calling for restraint from both sides. Israeli authorities reporting over 60 civilians wounded, the strikes hitting apartments. Iran saying it was responding to a fresh wave of US and Israeli airstrikes against its nuclear facilities, including the Natanz nuclear enrichment site. Natanz was already bombed at the start of the war, this satellite image showing damage from then. Iran also reportedly fired 2 ballistic missiles at the key US-UK base in Diego Garcia, located in the middle of the Indian